Hi, welcome to Ramnatham Gunichala. In the last session, we introduced some terms like profit, loss, discount, tax, cost price and selling price, right? And I gave an example of myself becoming a shopkeeper and buying something and earning profit, and how my profit percentage reduced as more things came into picture, right? And then how eventually I sold it and deducted tax on the selling price, final selling price. And I think that was a good story for you to understand all these terms. So today we are moving from story back to reality. Okay, so I have picked up 9 problems which I thought should help you understand all these concepts, and solving which I am pretty sure you would be more confident to tackle any problem on your own from your own textbook. Okay, so let's get going, let's not waste time, right? So the very first problem is, it would be displayed on the bottom of this window. Okay, on the bottom of the screen you should be able to see the problem. Okay, Rohit bought a tape recorder for rupees 1500 and sold it for rupees 1800. Calculate his profit or loss percent. So our friend Rohit, he went to a shop, brought a tape recorder for 1500 and sold it for 1800. So they want to know what is the profit or loss percentage. Now this is pretty straightforward. Okay, so I am going to write cost price of the tape recorder is equal to rupees 1500. Okay, selling price of the tape recorder is rupees 1800, isn't it? Yeah, 1800. All right, now since selling price is greater than cost price, Rohit made a profit. Okay, so selling price is more, you are selling it at 1800 and you bought it for 1500, so definitely it's a profitable scenario. Okay, so therefore profit is equal to SP minus CP. Okay, selling price minus cost price should give you the profit. So this is how much? 1800 minus 1500 is equal to rupees 300 is the profit. But they are not asking you what is the profit, they are asking you what is the profit or loss percent. Okay, so since it's a profit, we'll find out the profit percent. Percentage profit is equal to, remember the formula that we wrote last time, profit by cost price, always cost price. Okay, profit, loss, everything is based is calculated on the cost price. Okay, so profit is 300 rupees, your cost price is 1500 into 100, right? This is gone. So 15 ones are 15, 15 20s are, so 20%. Okay, so therefore answer, calculate his profit or loss percentage, right? His profit percent is 20. You can write 20% or you can write 20, because anyway it indicates the profit percent. Okay, all right, so this is the solution for the first problem. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, no complication there, right? So I kept it simple so that I can get you into this problem solving aptitude. All right, so now once you are already in, you are all looking all set, let's go on to some complicated problems. Okay, all right. Now the second problem is, a vendor bought 120 sweets at 20 paise each. Okay, so there is a vendor, he bought 120 sweets and he paid for each sweet, he paid 20 paise. In his house 18 were consumed and he sold the remaining at 30 paise each. Right, now that's a very common scenario. You bring sweets, your children would consume half of them, right, and the poor father, who is also the vendor, he has to sell the remaining probably at a higher price so as to make up for the loss, right, due to the sweets eaten by his children. Okay, so now in this in his house 18 were consumed and he sold the remaining at 30 paise each. Okay, now find the profit or loss percent. Okay, find the profit or loss as percent. All right, so let's see the second problem. Cost price of 120 sweets, okay, at 20 paise each is how much, right? You brought 120 sweets at 20 paise, so 120 into 20 paise is nothing but 2400 paise is equal to rupees 24, correct? No, 100 paise is 1 rupee, correct? So 2400 paise is 24 rupees, correct? No, you multiply both sides by 24 and this is exactly what you get, right? So it is 24 rupee. All right, so now the cost price of the sweets that he bought was 24. Now selling price. Selling price of, okay, before that, right? So 18 were eaten by his own children probably. So sweets left is equal to 120 minus 18 is equal to 102. Okay, so now he has to sell them at 30 paise each, right? So selling price of 102 sweets at 30 paise each is equal to 102 into 30 paise. Okay, this comes to how much? 3060 paise. Okay, is it correct? 3060 paise is equal to 30 rupees 30.6, that is 30 rupees 60 paise. Okay, 30.6, is that right? So 30.6 is the final selling price. Okay, now is there a profit? He sold at 30.6 but he bought it at 24, so definitely there is a profit of 6 rupees 60 paise, right? Since SP is greater than CP, okay, a profit was made. So let's calculate the profit percent, right? Percentage profit is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Do we know what is the profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price. Selling price was 30.6, right? Rupees 30.6 minus rupees 24. So 6 rupees 60 paise. Okay, so that is the profit. All right, so now what is the profit percentage? profit percentage, profit is 6 rupees 60 paise. Just substitute in this formula. Cost price is 24 into 100. Correct? So how much is this? 660 by 24, and it comes out to 6 4s and 6 110, 2 2s, 255s is 27.5%. Okay, so the profit percentage in this case is 27.5%, right? Now there are some students who are asking, sir, he bought 120 sweets, okay, and his children or rather whoever ended up eating some 18 sweets. So should we consider the price of 120 sweets cost price, or should we consider the cost price of 102 sweets, right? So should I multiply this with 120, or I should multiply this with 102, because eventually ended up selling only 102 sweets. So should I only consider the cost price of 102 sweets? The answer is we should consider the cost of 120 sweets, because it is business, right? Sometimes you buy from the market, you buy 100 and then some things spoil, correct? And then you have to throw them away. Like 100 mangoes if you buy and then you throw away 10 mangoes because they were defective, does not mean that you should only consider the cost price of 90 mangoes. It's your money, you have paid for 100, so it's business. So whatever you invested, that is your cost price, right? So similarly, if transportation cost was also included, whatever you paid for the article plus transportation cost, right? So he had invested 24 rupees for 120 sweets at 20 paise each, right? So even if he had some were eaten up, still his cost price remained the same, and that is what your selling price should be based on what you sell, and your cost price should be based on how much you invested. Okay, all right, that sounds good. Let's move on to the third one. All right. Okay, the third one then. So I hope you remember the formulas. Formulas are important, right? Don't keep opening your book every time you want to know a formula. It's better to remember them. Every day you revise them, then you don't have to open the book, right? You just have to remember, that's all. All right, so third problem, right, is as follows. The cost price of an article is rupees 1200, okay, is given, and the selling price is 5/4 times of its cost price. Find the selling price of the article and profit or loss as percent, okay. So what we know is cost price of an article, we know, okay. Cost price of an article is rupees 1200, good, and selling price is 5/4 times of its cost price. So let's write that down. Selling price of an article is 5/4 times of CP, okay, 5/4 times of CP. Now 5/4 of becomes multiplied, CP is 1200, correct, no? So now that becomes 4 1s are 4, 4 300s are, so it's rupees 1500. So the selling price of the article is 1500, okay. The very first part we are done. What is the selling price of the article? Now profit or loss as percentage, okay. So now since SP is greater than CP, profit was made. Okay, so we made a profit, it wasn't a loss. So profit is what? Selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 1500 minus 1200, okay, is rupees 300. Okay, so profit of 300 rupees was earned by the vendor, whoever sold this article. Okay, so profit percentage profit is equal to profit. Just remember the formula, just write it down and substitute the values. There is nothing more to be done. Okay, now you know the profit 300 rupees, you know the cost price 1200 rupees into 100. This gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. Okay, so this is 300 by 12 is 3 4s are 300s are, it is 25, right? So profit or loss percentages you can finally write down. Selling price of the article is rupees 1500 and profit percent is 25, correct? No, so profit percent is 25 and we are done with this problem, right? Pretty simple. I hope there is no problem here. All right, let's move on to the next problem. Okay, the fourth problem. So the next problem is about a fruit seller, right? All right, and typically fruit sellers can make a profit and sometimes they make a loss because fruits can be spoiled over a period of time, and in that case you may have to offer your fruits at a lesser price than what you actually paid for, right? So let's see what happens to this fruit seller. A fruit seller bought mangoes at rupees 90 per dozen. Dozen is 12. Okay, I hope you know that. So for 12 mangoes he paid 90 rupees and sold them at a loss of 8%. Okay, how much will the customer pay for one mango and for 40 mangoes? Okay, so let's see. All right, so this is the fourth problem. When you look at the problem, don't be scared. Start writing statements one by one and things will solve by itself. Okay, so let me see how we solve this problem now. Okay, cost price for a dozen mangoes is equal to rupees 90. Okay, and he sold them at a loss of 8%. So definitely we know that it is loss and he has given it a percent. So loss percent is equal to 8, correct? No? All right, now we know the formula for loss percent. Loss percent is equal to loss by cost price into 100. Let's substitute the values. So 8 is equal to, I don't know what is the loss, but I know the cost price into 100. So implies loss is equal to 90 into 8 by 100 is equal to this gone, this gone. Okay, 7.2, can I say rupees 7.2? All right, I think so. This is the story. All right, so he lost 7.2 rupees while selling a mango which he bought for 90 rupees. Okay, so what is the question? What is the cost of one mango? Okay, so 1 second. So selling price, since it is loss, selling price is less than cost price. Correct, no? It's a loss. We already know the loss percentage. Therefore, what is the formula? Loss is equal to SP CP minus SP. Okay, so CP is more as compared to SP. Okay, so in this case, loss we already know is 7.2 rupees, 7.2. Cost price we know is 90 minus SP. Okay, therefore SP, that is selling price, equal to 90 minus 7.2 is equal to 82.8. Can I say? Is equal to, right, 82.8 is the selling price. Okay, now this selling price is 82.8 for how many? For a dozen? I guess it is for a dozen. Okay, all right. So this is for a dozen. Therefore, cost of, what is the question? The how much the customer will pay. So cost of one mango for customer, right? You sold it, the fruit seller is selling it for 82.8 for one dozen. So for one mango it will be this, no? Correct? If you divide it, it is, let's divide it, 12, 82.8, 12 6 are 72. Okay, the moment you hit a decimal, you put a decimal here, you bring this guy down, 8, 12 9s are, so it is 6 rupees 90 paise. Okay, all right. So that is the cost of one mango for the customer. All right, what is the second question? What is the cost of 40 mangoes? I believe this is a straight away multiplication. Can you do it? Just stop the video and do it for yourself. Cost of 40 mangoes for the customer is equal to 6.9 into 40 is 69 into 4 comes to, what is 69 into 4? Into 4, rupees 276. Okay, so a customer who buys 40 mangoes will have to pay 276 rupees for 40 mangoes, right? Then you can write down the answer. The cost of one mango is 6 rupee 90 paise or rupees 6.9, and the cost of 40 mangoes is rupees 276. Okay, good. So that brings us to the end of this problem, and let's move on to the next problem. Okay, all right. So pretty simple so far, right? Okay, good. Let's see what the next problem brings in. Okay, good. Okay, so the fifth problem. Let's move on to the fifth problem. A man sold a bicycle at 5% profit. Okay, if the cost had been 30% less and the selling price rupees 63 less, he would have made a profit of 30%. So what was the cost price of the bicycle? Now this may look complicated, but we will take baby steps, okay, in solving this problem. Okay, so man sold a bicycle at 5% profit. Okay, so let me write, let the cost price of the bicycle be rupees y. Okay, so I don't know what is the price, of cost price, I am just taking it as y rupees. Okay. Now he made a profit of 5%, right? Profit percent, percentage profit, you remember the formula, is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Okay, good. So I know he made a profit of 5%. So phi is equal to profit by cost price, which is y, into 100, implies profit is equal to phi y by 100 is equal to y by 20. Correct? No? Phi 1s are 5, phi 20s are. So it is y by 20. So my profit is y by 20. My cost price is y. My profit is y by 20. Selling price. Selling price is cost price plus profit. Correct? No? Correct? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, and we have made a profit. So definitely selling price is more in this case. So I just bring this guy here. So selling price becomes cost price plus profit. Okay. All right. So cost price plus profit will give me selling price if I have a profitable scenario. Okay. So my cost price is y and my profit is y by 20. So my selling price is 21 y by 20, which is good. Okay. So far so good. Just go through it once to make sure you understand, right? All right. So this is fine. Now there is another scenario. So this is what we know so far. If they are saying if another scenario, it's a hypothetical scenario. If the cost had been 30% less and the selling price 63 less, rupees 63, he would have made a profit of 30%. 30% on that cost price. Okay, 30% on that cost price. So let's do one thing. Let's put CP new. Okay, suffix new. This was our original story. So now we say that cost price is 30% less. So in current cost price minus 30% of y, right? So whatever my cost price is, I remove 30% of it will be my new cost price. Okay. So that is y minus 30 by 100. Remember percentages, 30% of something, 40% of something, right? This is the formula, right? This gone, this gone. So this is, take the LCM. I am just writing this step here so that you are all with me, right? I hope you understood from year to year, right? I am trying to take a LCM of the denominator so that I can now write both of them together in the numerator. So it is 7y by 10. So the new cost price is 7 by y by 10. We'll see what happens. If this was the cost price and the selling price was 63 rupees less than the old selling price. So SP new is equal to 21y by 20 minus 63. Okay. If this is the new cost price and this is the new selling price, you would have made a profit of 30%. Okay. So profit percent, okay, would be profit new, right? CP new into 100. I hope you got this. So new profit percent. Okay. So if instead of this you had reduced, instead of this, if your cost price was 30% less, instead of y, if it was this, and your selling price was 63 rupees less than your old selling price, which is this, you have made you would have made a profit of 30%, right? So I'll just write 30 here. Okay. Profit new, CP new is what? CP new is 7y by 10. Okay. Or rather, I'll do one thing. I will write it as it is, Cp new into 100. Okay. All right. So this is fine. I know what is Cp new. I already know from here. Okay. I know profit new. Yes, profit new is nothing but selling price new minus cost price new. Correct? No? Selling price new is this 21y by 20 minus 63. Okay, this is your selling price new, minus cost price new is 7y by 10. Okay, all right. So this is the story. I need to rub something. What should I rub? Okay, let me rub. I'll rub this part. I'll rub this part. Okay. Remember that the cost of the bicycle was y. Okay. We had assumed that. Let the cost of the bicycle be y. Okay. Don't forget that. All right. So now I know this. I know this part. I know this part, and everything is in y. I should be able to get some value of y. Okay. So 30 is equal to profit new, just writing it here for continuity, by Cp new, cost price new, into 100 implies profit new is equal to 30 into Cp new, just a rearrangement of the terms. Correct? No? I just bought this here, so it became this, and I took 100 there. This should be pretty simple. It cannot be simpler than this. So profit new is that entire thing, and that is 21y by 20 minus 63 minus 7y by 10. This is 30 by 100 into Cp new. So Cp new is 7y by 10. Luckily it is still there for me to copy. Okay. So let's solve this. I hope you understood this. Cp new I just substituted from here. 30 by 100 is written here, and profit new I just copied it from here. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So this is what? Shall we okay, let's do one thing. This is 21. Let's take 20 as the LCM. So this is 21y minus 63 into 20, or rather, let's do one thing. 21y by 20 minus 14y by 20. Correct? No? Just multiplying both denominator and the numerator by 2, so that I can combine them later, and this becomes like what? This gone, 10 ones are 10 threes are. So this is 21y by 100. Okay. So this is therefore 7y by 20 minus 21y by 100 is equal to 63. I hope you understood this. So this is what? 21y minus 14y, 7y, and denominator common, right, of 20, and I took 63 there, so it became plus 63. I took 21y by 100 on this side, so it became minus 21y by 100. Okay. All right. So let's make the denominator as 100, a common denominator, then we will sort out the numerator, right? So 7y multiplied by 5 and 20 into 5 minus 21y by 100 is equal to 63. Therefore 35y minus 21y is equal to 100 is equal to 63. Understood? Should be pretty simple. Therefore 14y is equal to 63 into 100. Correct? No? This should be this 100, when you divide on left hand side, if you take it on the other side, it becomes multiplication. Okay. So y is equal to 63 into 100 by 14. 2 7s are, okay, no, 7 2s are 7, 9s are 63. So 900 by 2 is equal to rupees 450. Cost price of the bicycle is 450 rupees. Okay, we did all this calculation to get the cost price of the bicycle, which happened to be 450 rupees, right? Not at all complicated. If you go step by step, right, you would understand and you will be able to solve it also. Okay, so nothing to hurry about, just go over it once. So I believe that is what was asked. What was the cost price of the bicycle? You can write it down. The cost price of the bicycle is rupees 450. All right, let's move on to the next one, sixth one. Yeah, this was the fifth one. All right. It's okay to write statements, it helps you understand. Okay, I could have combined many steps in one step and made it look shorter, but then you might not have understood, which I am sure now you have. Hopefully you have, right? Okay, that's good. Right, so we move on to the sixth problem. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is the problem wherein you would encounter overhead charges. Okay, an article is bought for rupees 5,700 and rupees 1,300 is spent on its repairing and transportation, etc. For how much should this article be sold in order to gain 20% on the whole? So basically gain percentage is 20, which is profit percentage. So they want to know what should be the selling price. Okay, so let's start doing this. Okay, so sixth problem, cost price of the article. Is it article? Yeah, it is an article. Rupees 5,700. 700. Okay. Okay. Overhead charges. So what are the overhead charges? Transportation, repairing, right, is equal to rupees 1,300. Therefore, total cost price. So total cost price which you would incur, you bought it for 1,500 but then you spent 1,300 to repair it so that you make it look new and shiny and you can sell it at a higher price, right? So it's nothing but cost price plus overhead charges. Overhead charges is equal to rupees 5,700 plus rupees 1,300 is equal to rupees 7,000. Can I say 7,000? So 7,000 is my total cost price now, okay, including the repairing, transportation charges plus the cost price of the original item. Okay, all right. Now, for how much should this article be sold in order to gain 20%? Okay, so we can write percentage profit or percentage gain is equal to profit by cost price into 100. All right. Do we know the cost price? The total cost price we know. Okay. Profit we don't know, but we know the gain percent, right? So let's figure out. Gain percentage is 20%. So I can write 20 is equal to profit by total cost price, right? That is 7,000 into 100. Therefore, profit is equal to 20 into 7,000 by 100. Is this understood? How we got this step? Hopefully this is important. Okay, let me do this after I cover this. Okay, but just for the moment you understand from here how I got this step. Just assume that this is correct. I'll show you there. Okay, so this is this gone, this gone, this gone, and this gone. So it is rupees 1400. Okay, that is rupees 1400. If you want to make a 20% profit, the profit in rupees should be 1400. So SP is equal to, since it's profit is equal to SP minus CP, therefore SP is equal to profit plus CP. Correct? No, you bring the cost price on this side, minus becomes plus, and this is what it is. Profit is rupees 1400, cost price, total cost price is 7,000. So the final selling price should be 8,400. Okay, so that is the answer. You can write down, this article should be sold for rupees 8,400 to make the desired percent gain, right? Or to make 20% gain. If you sell at 8,400, you would have earned 20% profit. All right. Now from how do you get from year to year, right? So let's move on. Let me show you, right? Many children have this problem. They don't understand these intermediate steps, and then they don't understand the remaining steps, right? So let's see how this is, right? So 20 is equal to profit by 7,000 into 100. Now I want to have profit on one side of the equal to and numbers on the other side, right? So what I do is, I do one thing, I multiply both left hand side and right hand side by 7,000 by 100. Okay, when I multiply the same number on both the sides, equal to still remains intact. Okay, so this is profit into 100 by 7,000 into, I multiplied on the left hand side by this, I will also multiply the same on the right. Okay, so this 7,000 gone and this 7,000 gone, right? Anything you multiply by 7,000 and divide by 7,000, it is the same number, right? Similarly, profit multiplied by 100 and divided by 100 will become same as profit, right? You can just cancel them out. So this is profit and this is 7,000 into 20 by 100, which is same as this, right? This is the same as this. I can equal to, this is equal to this, similarly this is equal to this. I can write it either this way or this way, but most important thing is you understood how we got this, right, from there. So shouldn't be a problem now. I think it's fine. We'll move on to the next problem, which is the seventh problem. Okay, seventh problem. So total 9 problems is what I thought I would solve, and I think I will stick to that. Okay, all right. Yeah, so let's move on to the seventh problem. Okay. Okay. An article is marked at rupees 2,250. Okay. So there is an article which is available for sale, and on it the price is written as 2,250. By selling it at a discount of 12%, the dealer made a profit of 10%. So basically what the dealer is doing is he is giving 12% discount, and even after giving it at a discount, he still made 10% profit. Find the selling price of the article and the cost price of the article for the dealer. So at what price did the dealer buy it. Okay, that would be the cost price. Let's solve this problem. Okay, let the cost price for the dealer be rupees y. Okay, let it be rupees y. Okay, now he is selling it, right? So marked price, so kind of selling price, marked price on the article. So this is a problem wherein you encounter discount. Remember we talked about discount yesterday. So he had written that he would sell it for 2250. There was a label on the article saying 2250 with a discount as well. So discount offered is 12% of this marked price. Okay, of marked price. So typically you will put a label saying that it is 2250 and you will give 12% discount on that price, because that is the only price which the customer knows, he can see it. So on that you offer the price, on the you offer the discount, right? So 12% of becomes multiplied and this is 2250, right? So discount offered is what? So this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. 5 2s are and 5 4s are 20, 45, right? And 2 1s are 2 6s are. So this becomes 240, 270. Is it right? 270. Is it correct? 45 into 6 is rupees 270. So now this is the discount offered. Therefore, final selling price, there is no tax involved here so far. Final selling price is equal to marked price minus discount, right? Price minus discount. So this is what the final selling price is. So rupees 2250 minus rupees 270. So how much that comes to? Let me calculate. 27008 and 1980. Is it rupees 1980? Okay, so that is the final selling price. Good. So then what do we do? Any idea how we proceed further? All right. So now we know that this is the final selling price. This is the initial cost price. So the dealer bought this at rupees y. He sold it at rupees 1980 and he still made a profit of 10%, right? So let's use that formula. Percent profit is equal to profit by CP into 100. Correct, no? All right. Now percent profit I know this. Cost price I know, I have assumed it as y, I know this, right? And profit, do we know profit? What is the profit? Profit is, since SP, anyway we know that he made a profit, right? We know that it is a profit. Since it is a profitable scenario, since a profit was made, SP is greater than CP and profit is nothing but SP minus CP, correct? SP is 1980 rupees 1980 and CP is rupees y. All right. Now I will substitute this. Okay. So percentage profit is 10. After this is the one. Percentage profit is 10. Profit is 1980 minus y, this one. I just substitute it here. Cost price is y into 100. Now do you think you will be able to solve this, right? Let us see. Okay, so this becomes 10. I just take this y here, so it is 10y is equal to 198000 minus 100y. correct? No, I just open the bracket, I multiply 100 with this minus 100 with y. So this is what I get. So this becomes 110y is equal to 198000, correct? So what is the value of y? Y is 198000 by 110. So this is gone, and the final answer is what? 11 ones are 11, 8 is 88, 1800. Okay, so y is 1800. So what was y? Let the cost price for the dealer be rupees y. So y we got to be 1800 rupees. So the cost price of the article for the dealer is rupees 1800. Okay, he sold it for 1980 rupees, and that happened to be 10% of 1800. If you can see, 10% of 1800 is nothing but 180, which is nothing but 180 more than the cost price is the selling price. Okay, sounds good. I hope you understood this problem. Shouldn't be difficult, right? Let's move on to the 8th one. All right. Okay, the 8th one. So it's about a shopkeeper in Indore, in the 8th problem, right? So, and I believe GST is also involved here, right? So we'll not go into CGST or SGST, as it may be out of the scope. We'll just calculate GST wherever required. Okay, all right. So with that, let's move on. A shopkeeper in Indore sells 20 identical articles for rupees 450 each. So each article is rupees 450 and 20 article he is selling. So total selling price for him would be 450 into 20. Okay. Find the amount of the bill he gives if he gives 20% discount and then charges GST. Okay. So basically he is selling something, he is offering a discount, and on the final selling price he has to put GST, right? And that is putting at 28%. So he has to present the bill to the other side so that they can pay. So let us see what would be the final bill amount, right? And that is what is asked also, right? So cost selling price, okay, this is the 8th problem. Selling price of one article, okay, is equal to rupees 450. Okay, good. So selling price of 20 articles, right? 20 identical. So now for one it is 450. So for 20 it would be 450 into 20 is nothing but rupees 9,000. Okay, so this is the final selling, this is the selling price. Now he also wants to give a discount. So let us see. Discount offered. So this is the price, but he is saying on this I'll offer you some discount. Discount offered is equal to how much? Is 20% of 9,000, right? 9,000. So 20% of 9,000 is the discount. Okay, so 20 by 100 into 9,000. Discount is rupees 1800. So this is the discount amount. So final selling price is so this is what the final price is agreed to sell you at, right? So rupees 9,000 minus discount, which is rupees 1800. Okay, so it is rupees 7200. So this is the final selling price, but when he makes the bill he will write down that he is selling it to you for 7,200, but also he has to include GST at the rate of 28% on this, right? So GST payable in this case, BUL is equal to 28% of your final selling price. Okay, so you have already removed the discount and this is the price that he is charging you. So on this 28% you have to pay GST. So 28 by 100 into 7200, these two zeros go, these two zeros go. Okay, so amount is 72 into 28, so I guess it is 2016. Okay, so that is the amount, that is the GST payable. All right, let me just just cross verify this once. Right, that is correct. Okay, so that is the amount, that is the GST amount. Now, but he has to prepare the bill, he has to tell you the entire amount, right? So bill amount is nothing but amount is equal to final selling price plus GST payable. So final selling price is rupees 7,200 plus GST is 2016 becomes 9216. Is that correct? So 9216, 16, and yeah, 9216 is the final amount. So then you can write down that the amount of bill would amount to rupees 9,216. Okay, all right, sounds good. So this was the 8th problem. Let's move on to the 9th problem. Okay, and the final problem. Great. Now the next question is about one dealer from one state selling to another dealer in another state, right? And we don't need to identify what is the CGST or SGST involved. We just go ahead and find out what is the GST that is payable. Okay, so we don't have to go and split it further, so that's okay. Let's read the problem. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. A dealer in Bihar supplied goods to a dealer in Mumbai. Okay, so there is one dealer in Bihar who is sending goods to a dealer in Mumbai. The dealer in Mumbai buys 40 articles for 800 rupees each at 30% discount. Okay, so he gets 30% discount on 40 articles, which is actually being sold at 80%, sorry, at rupees 800. So 30% of 800, he will get a discount on one article. Let's see how much it amounts to for the whole. And the second part is 75 articles for rupees 1000 each at 20% discount. So another set of articles, each cost is 1000 rupees, but he is getting a 20% discount on each. Okay, if the rate of GST on the whole, the entire consignment, okay, is 12%, how much will the dealer at Mumbai pay to the dealer in Bihar? So what is the amount a dealer in Mumbai will pay? It is the bill amount plus the GST amount, right? He has to pay the final selling price, what the Bihar guy is selling him for, plus whatever tax is applicable at 12% on the entire consignment. Okay, let's figure this out, right? Let's not make it complicated. Let's go one step at a time. Let's write down the problem number. So this is the last problem. Okay, so 40 articles, okay, for rupees 800 each at 30% discount, right? So this is the first set of articles that is mentioned. Okay, so 40 articles for this. Okay, so right, cost price or rather selling price, right? Or should it be cost price? See, it is selling price. It is the selling price for the dealer in Bihar, and it is the cost price for the dealer in Mumbai. Okay, so we'll say with pertaining to the Bihar guy. Okay, from his point of view. Okay, so selling price of 40 articles at rupees 800 each. So what is the selling price of 40 articles at rupees 800 each? Is nothing but 800 into 40, correct? No, one article is 800 rupees. There are 40 such articles you are selling, so it is rupees 32,000. Great, but there is also discount, right? So discount offered is equal to 30% of SP, right? So final selling price, this is a selling price, but on this he is willing to offer a 30% discount. So this is how much? 30 by 100 into 32,000. So this gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. Okay, so how much it comes to? Rupees 320 into 30 is 9,600. So this is the discount offered. So final selling price is what? Final selling price SP is equal to this selling price minus discount, correct? No, 32,000 he wanted to charge, but then he also gave a discount of rupees 9,600 is, let's see, 000 minus 9600 right, 422. Is it correct? Seems to be correct. So for this set of article it is 22,400, correct? No, so final selling price for this is 22,400. Now let's move on to the second set of articles. Okay, what is the second set of article? 75 articles for rupees 1,000 each at 20% discount. Okay, correct? So this is the second part, right? So selling price for, just write on the same, selling price of 75 articles at rupees at 1,000 each is equal to how much? 75 into 1,000 is equal to rupees 75,000. Okay, so 75,000 is the thing. Now discount offered, write down all the steps, is equal to how much? 20% of 75,000, right? Now this is 20 by 100 into 75,000, gone, it is equal to rupees 15,000. So that is the discount offered. So final SP is, for this articles, final SP is equal to total SP rupees 75,000 minus rupees 15,000, right? So it is rupees 60,000. So now he has, his bill will have two entries. One is 22,400 for this set of articles and 60,000 for this set of articles. Okay, all right. So now total it comes to, I need to rub something. I believe I will rub this. Okay, let me rub this. Okay, I hope you have noted this down. All right, I'll rub till here. Okay, all right. So this is fine. So final bill amount, is equal to, okay, before that, right, final selling price for both, right, final SP. So there is final SP for one set of items, final SP for another set of items. So what is the final SP for all? Is equal to rupees 22,400 plus rupees 60,000. Correct, no? So it becomes rupees 82,400. Now GST payable is, you have to also have GST, right? GST payable. What is the percentage of GST? I forget. It is 12%. So 12% of 82,400 is equal to 12 by 100 into 82400. This gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. So 824 into 12, right? Please calculate. Is that correct? Rupees 9,888. Okay. And what is the final bill amount? The final bill amount is the final SP, selling price, plus the GST he has to collect from the guy in Mumbai. Okay. So let's write down the bill amount. Bill amount is equal to final SP for all articles plus GST. So this was 82,400 plus rupees 9,888. Just tell me what is the answer. Children, do you know? So the answer is 92,288. So final bill amount to be presented by the Bihar guy to the Mumbai guy is rupees 92,288, out of which the GST component is rupees 9,888, and the final selling price for all the article the Bihar dealer is selling is 82,400, right? So with that we come to the end of today's session. Hope you liked what I taught. I hope the problems were challenging enough and you were able to understand what I taught, right? So subscribe to my videos. I am going to do many more videos like this, and my intention is to cover all the mathematics that is being taught from class 5 all the way till class 9. Okay, so these were some of the things that came in my mind. I selected from the standard textbooks, right, whose source anyway I have given when I have displayed the problem on the screen. So if this was hard, keep trying, keep studying. Things will become simpler as you practice more, and definitely we'll meet next time with more problems. We move on to our next chapter, we move on to some other topic the next time we in the next video, right? So till we meet next time, children, take care, God bless, bye bye.